This video is brought to you by the Disc Golf Nerd Patreon support team. Go to patreon.com/discgolfnerd. What's up, guys? I've been experimenting with some new dyeing techniques, and I've had some pretty decent results, I think, so I wanted to show you what I did. I tried to do a lotion dye, but when I went to the dollar store, they didn't have any of the lotion that I wanted, so I ended up with this bottle of cheap conditioner. I was just looking for something that was white so I could see where the dye was and have like a medium to kind of float the dye in there and then press the disc down in and see what happens. It was $1, so I figured I would give it a shot. I also found like this little, it looks like basically like a syringe that you can use to inject marinades or flavors or lemon juice or something like for cooking, so you can kind of inject meat with liquid. But it worked out perfectly to just suck up the dye into it and then use the plunger to drip little bits of dye all over the top of the disc. So all I really did was I kind of just got the conditioner down into a cheap plastic plate that I have, and then I dripped some of the dye on top of it. I took my normal iDye poly, I mixed up a little bit with water, just warm water, into a little cup, and I sucked that up and I dripped little dots of it onto there. The first one I did is this one right here, and this came out pretty rad, I think. It's just a plain white Instinct, so this would be the same plastic as like a Opto or Lucid plastic, because it's made by Latitude, even though it's a Discmania disc. And you can see it got a lot of interesting texture in there and stuff. I put a couple different colors, and I think I think two of the colors kind of blended together, and then you can see some of the purple and some of the orange stayed separate, and some of it made like this kind of magenta, almost like a burgundy kind of color. But either way, I think that ended up looking pretty cool, in my opinion. It looks pretty interesting. It definitely came out good. I was kind of worried about it. I left it overnight for quite a while, like close to 24 hours, or over 24 hours, I think, actually. And I was worried about it because the outside edge of, like, I had it down into the plate, the outside edge looked kind of brown. And I was like, ooh, this might just be a really ugly, like, brown mud color. But yeah, I think you'll agree. That's a pretty interesting looking disc. Another funny thing that happened is that these all smell like coconut now, because that was the scent of the conditioner, which is kind of funny. I don't know how long that'll last. This one I did just with one color, just orange, on top of this Destroyer. This one I did not leave in quite as long, so I think I did like 8 hours on this one, and it's a little bit more faint. But again, I still think there's some pretty cool patterning going on in there. It looks nice, and it's still nice and bright, and some of the white comes through there, so it didn't really harm the ability to find the disc. I don't want to like camouflage a disc per se. This is just a max weight Rick Destroyer that I reviewed. Came out pretty good as well. And then I also tried one more time with this DGN Anchor, but I'm not really super stoked on the way this one came out. It's kind of more of a splatter look to it. It's not terrible. I'm not like upset about it or anything, but it's not quite what I was looking for. I think I just didn't have quite enough of the conditioner left for this particular one, so it didn't really give me enough contact when I pushed it down in there, so like all these little dribbles and stuff happened. But it's kind of a cool looking disc anyway. If anybody might like this disc, let me know. I could sell it to you for cheap, just to kind of recoup some funds. Always helpful. I gotta ship out a bunch of giveaway prizes and stuff coming up here soon. So that's just a quick video to show you guys some of this new dyeing techniques. I'm going to be doing taking another shot at some new techniques today, maybe, or the next couple days, using shaving cream and the similar technique. I'm going to drip the dye on there, and then I saw this video where the dude sprayed it with a little bit of water, and it kind of like liquefied it a little bit, and then you put the disc in, and it ends up looking pretty cool. So I just got to get myself a little bit more, some more white discs, basically, to do this with, and then we'll see how it goes. But just a quick video, show off some new techniques. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will check you later. Cheers.